We have to be really close to the launch of Shibarium because the official Shibarium network Twitter handle just shared an interesting update that will definitely get you excited. In fact, the update that this announcement talks about could be that push that Shib needs to get to $1. This is one video that you can't afford to miss, so make sure to stick around. Disclaimer. Getting right into it, I mentioned in a previous video that the official Shibarium network Twitter handle had posted an update on Shibarium. In that update, they clarified that BONE is the gas token for the Layer 2 platform, but I already covered that in a previous video, so go watch that if you haven't already. The one thing that I want to point out though, is that they kind of insinuated that Shibarium will soon be launched. They started that tweet with, "As we approach the launch of the upcoming Shibarium beta network," which you'll have to agree seems to insinuate that the launch is really close. Well, the most recent tweets seem to confirm this. Here's what the tweet reads. While on our last post we wanted to remind everyone that BONE serves as the required gas token for operability with Shibarium, we also would now like to formally announce that Shibarium transactions will burn Shib. We are focused on delivery at this time. Please stay tuned for additional information as we approach our beta launch. Please follow Shibarium Net and our official portals for any information in regards to the protocol. Having heard that, you can definitely agree that a Shibarium beta launch will happen very soon, maybe before the end of January. This beta launch is arguably the most anticipated launch in the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem, but there have been many disappointments over the years. If, however, the launch happens before the end of the year, it might be enough to mollify the community, especially considering the confirmation that was just made. If you recall the tweet that we just talked about, the dev team confirmed that Shibarium will come with a feature that burns Shib. Before now, this was really just a rumor, as people hoped that Shib burn would be one of the things that Shibarium will be good for. Thankfully, it has been confirmed. So, among the many things that Shibarium will do, it will also help reduce the total supply of Shiba Inu in circulation, which would bring us closer to the $1 dream. Anyway, I should mention that probably in response to this announcement of Shibarium being close to getting launched, BONE has gotten really popular. The token has been trending on Twitter for a while now, and its price has pumped significantly. It pumped by about 4% in just 24 hours, and by about 28% in just 7 days. Shib also gained some traction in the last couple of days, making it to many people's watch list and also making it to the top list of most purchased tokens by the biggest whales. Speaking of whales and Shiba Inu, something crazy just happened. An Ethereum whale recently accumulated a whopping 186 billion Shib. You might know the whale because they are pretty popular within the Shiba Inu community. It's Blue Whale 0159. This is not the first time that Blue Whale 0159 is making a huge Shiba Inu purchase, but even for them, $1.5 million to purchase a crypto asset is still a lot. Analysts are saying that this volume of Shib purchases goes to show that this whale has a high level of trust in Shiba Inu. Whether or not this particular purchase has something to do with the fact that we've been getting more regular and substantial updates on the beta launch of Shibarium cannot be determined. But considering the timing and the fact that people expect Shibarium to be really good for Shiba Inu, it seems really likely. More than the purchase being based on Shibarium updates though, it is awesome to know that it has helped spike the price of Shib as well. Right now, analysts say that Shiba Inu has been trading in an ascending sentiment, with its price pumping significantly as I mentioned earlier. What's more, Shiba Inu's market capitalization has also seen an increase. It climbed by an impressive 2.63% in just 24 hours. Blue Whale 0159's purchase also signifies something within the wider crypto market. But before we get into that, this channel has a daily giveaway of 100,000 Shib. For a chance to participate in this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below #ShibaInu. Good luck! Also, there's now a membership option on this channel. Becoming a member gives you access to a private group chat with me where we get to discuss crypto gems, finances, and success. If you are interested, hit the membership button. Coin Edition writes that, according to experts, this is proof that a growing number of investors are turning to cryptocurrency investments as a potential source of long-term profits. Allegedly, This transaction by Blue Whale 0159 has the potential to set off a chain reaction of more investors purchasing SHIB, which would result in a rise in the stock's price as the cryptocurrency community. It will also be fascinating to see over the next several weeks how the SHIB market responds to the impact that this massive transaction has. But what do you think? Could this huge purchase actually kick off a buying spree and, invariably, a price pump for Shiba Inu? And as you are thinking about this, you might want to consider the fact that Shibarium is probably going to be launched soon. Anyway, please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Now, speaking of SHIB's price, a Shiba Inu holder just said something quite disturbing. They said that SHIB needs 10,000 years to hit $1. This person said it in response to the SHIB burn results shared by the SHIB burn Twitter account. Unfortunately, while the first few days of this year saw many SHIB tokens getting burned, the past 24 hours were not as impressive. Just a few SHIB tokens got burned. Many SHIB holders were not happy with this and even took to Twitter to express their grievances. One SHIB holder in particular mentioned that at this rate, SHIB would need 10,000 years to reach $1. It looks like it's supposed to be a sarcastic comment, but it kind of shows how worried the Shiba Inu community is about the rate of SHIB burns and the resultant progress of SHIB and its price. There's no way to know whether this person really believes that it would take SHIB that long to hit $1, but it seems pretty obvious that that person believes that the $1 dream is really far for SHIB. Do you agree with this person? Even after considering that Shibarium might be launched soon, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Now for a quick look into the general crypto market. BlackRock just added Bitcoin as an eligible investment option. Bitcoin is meant to be a part of the company's flagship global allocation fund, which is supposed to help ordinary and passive investors get into the investment market. Now for those who don't know, BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world, so the fact that they are adding a crypto asset to their group of investment options is a big deal. According to finance feeds, a company filing shows that the move enables BlackRock to allocate part of the fund's $15 billion to cash-settled Bitcoin futures traded on commodity exchanges registered with the CFTC. This is no doubt a great opportunity for Bitcoin and Bitcoin holders, and could actually help Bitcoin to come out of the crypto winter soon enough. What's more, for the most part, what is great for Bitcoin is great for other cryptos as well. And this is because most times other cryptos in the market mimic Bitcoin's movement. So if Bitcoin being on BlackRock's list of investment options results in a price pump for Bitcoin, other crypto assets including Shiba Inu might see similar price movements. That said, I should mention that this BlackRock update dropped yesterday on my Telegram group. So if you want to get Shiba Inu and crypto updates as soon as they happen, make sure to join my Telegram channel, link in the description below. With that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.